Well, good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to Redcat Live, episode number 92. I wonder if, should we do something big for 100? That'd be kind of fun, right? Just thinking out loud. Hey, guys, thank you so much. Welcome to this week's show. If this is your first time here, thank you for joining us. If you don't want to miss out on future episodes, on upcoming product information, updates to products we have, and or just to hang out and talk RCs with us, make sure you hit the notification bell. Make sure you subscribe, whether you're on YouTube or on Facebook. If you're a reoccurring member like Yoshi here, sup? Man, it's a goofy week, man. It's a good time. Wednesday kind of came really quick, and I was almost not prepared for today's show. But we had some information that did trickle down, and I was able to get some updates on something that a lot of you folks that are at least loyal to the brand and or want to know more about a specific product that we have in question at the moment. I have some updates for that, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. First and foremost, let's see what's going on to a couple people here. Tim Quintero, how you doing? Thank you so much for stopping by. Yoshi Rivera's in the house as usual. Brandon Armstrong representing Menifee, California as always. What's good, bro? How are you? Nelson B, how you doing, man? How you doing? Let's see. John Michael, how are you? Good, sir. Nelson B's in the house. Now you have me questioning, is it a day early? What day is it? Yeah, no, today's Wednesday. We're good. Why you gotta scare me like that? Now I'm about to come up with 2 episodes in 1 week. No one can withstand the time that they already spend with this guy. Listen, I know this because my wife complains about the time she gets stuck hanging out with me as it is. So I'm just saying, keep that in mind. Ken Westbrook, how are you? CJ Higgs, what's going on? Terry Burks is in the house. I love it. Oh, man, Size Matters RC. Thank you so much for stopping on by, man. That's awesome. Mario Firmes, what's going on? Good sir, man. So, guys, we are wrapping up a pretty big giveaway going on for the month of March. At the beginning of the month of March, we actually kicked it off with the Lowrider Madness sale and giveaway. Now, if you don't know much about it, the sale started at the beginning of the month where we actually were giving off $100 off of all of our products with the exception of the LRH 285 chassis kit, the show builders kit, right? But the question is out of all of the lowriders that we carry, out of all of these I'm going the wrong way. Out of all these right here, what do you think is going to be or was the biggest seller in the month of March? Was it the Training Day Black Monte Carlo? Was it a blue, green, or purple Monte? Was it a 64? What color 64? 59? What color 59, right? Listen, if you haven't done so already, check out the link in the description of this video and go enter in what your best guess is as to what product within the RC lowrider community was the best seller for the month of March. If you nail it, you have a chance to win an RC lowrider. If there's multiple people, like always, that nail it and get the right answer, then we'll put you guys' names into a hat, create a random number generator, and then we'll go ahead and pick a winner based off of those entrants that nailed it and did right and guessed it correctly. The winner should be announced this coming Monday, at which point we'll reach out to you and we'll make sure that we find out. We'll speak to you and find out what we're going to be sending you guys out as far as the lineup of the RC lowriders. Terry Burke says he thinks it's going to be a blue piece. Let's see. Jay Mead's in the house. What's going on? Can we get for Aaron? Oh, man, Aaron's in the house. Munchie Salazar, what's going on? He says blue, but blue what? Right? I want to know what you guys are thinking. Terry Burke says blue 59 is what he's thinking. Xavier, how are you? Javier's RC Adventures is in the house, man. I love it, man. I love it. Ryan Richardson, what's going on, good sir? Is the RTR chassis gone for good? Which RTR chassis are we talking about, Ryan? Specify it for me, and I'll try and see if I can get an answer for you. Roadside RC's in the house. It's always a good time when Troy's here. Thank you, Trevor, for swinging on by. Man, I saw your video this morning. If you guys have not checked it out, head on over to Roadside RC. He dropped a video of the Machete where, man, he sent the Machete over and over and over again. And, man, it held up fairly well. I mean, there was a really gnarly hit at the end that caused some damage. None of us were expecting to see that happen, right? But, yeah, check him out. Great guy, great content. He doesn't just stick to just the crawler or the bashing or the drifting scene. He's kind of all over the place when it comes to RC stuff. Definitely someone I'd recommend you guys checking out. Ryan Rich said 64. John Michael says he thinks it's going to be a 64 green. All right. There's a lot of great choices in here. Let's see. Juan Antonio, how you doing, good sir? Alberto Castaneda says he believes it's going to be a 64 blue Impala. So John Roberts says he thinks it's going to be a red 64. So there's a lot of them, a lot of choices out there, right? For what the variants could be. Make sure that you guys are clicking on that link after the show. And if you haven't already done so, make sure you enter in which one you think is going to be the winner. And as mentioned earlier on, we'll go ahead and pick a winner based off of was it just one person that nailed it out of everyone, which I doubt that's going to be the case. We have over 3,000 and some change entrants on this one avenue alone. So odds are there's going to be quite a bit of people that guess it correctly. What we're going to do, if we have multiple people that guess it correctly, which we are assuming is going to be the case once we run the report, we're going to go ahead and put all of those names on a list, give you guys a number, and do it in a random number generator and pick the winner. We'll announce the winner on Monday, as mentioned, coming up. So make sure you guys do that, guys. At the same time, the sale for the RC Lowriders, the $100 off that we have going on on the lowrider scene, is kind of just going to continue rolling forward. We're just going to keep it going. We don't know when we're going to want to stop it. We're just going to let it keep rolling, and who knows? Word on the street is there might be another cool sale happening just right around the corner with spring coming in and spring cleaning happening. You know, maybe you need to make some space on your workbenches, or maybe that nice, cool display area that you have in your area for your RCs. Maybe you found a nice little area where something could fit, right? So next month should bring hopefully something really cool for a lot of the folks that aren't just into specifically the lowrider scene, but might be into all of the avenues with RC related fun that Redcat offers. So why not, right? But guys, as mentioned, go check it out. Make sure you enter in because there's literally just tomorrow and the next day to attempt to guess it right. And then after that, that's closed off. So this is like your last call, right? Size matters, RC. I just made room. I love it. Yes. See, that's the mentality I'm talking about right there. Munchie Salazar, as I mentioned, the sales for the lowrider scene at this moment, we're just going to continue them going for a little bit longer. We don't know when we're going to put the prices back to normal, but at this time, we're going to roll with it a little bit longer from what I'm told. I just don't know what the end date is. Know that when we are given a date of when that's going to be, we'll go ahead and announce it with ample time to hopefully give everyone, a last call, so to speak. Teddy Wesby, what up? What's good, man? How you doing? The 64 RTR, will it be back in stock soon? Which color 64 RTR, Ryan? You can also click the notify me link. Yes, all of the RTRs that we sell, we will be having back in stock. I don't believe we have anything that's out of stock at the moment, but I can double check for you as well. All right, let's see here. Let me just scroll down here. Christopher said, what's going on, Taco Man? Listen, I've been really good at not eating the tacos, man. As of today, I'm really proud to say your boy's down 35 pounds from December. I had a really big health scare last year, and I really been kind of trying to do good, man. So I used to destroy like 6, street tacos at a time, sometimes even 8 if I can, if they were the smaller ones. And I'll be lucky if I get 2 down right now, which is a great thing for me. So I'll take it, But it's still the taco life. I'm not overindulging, right? But I appreciate that. Alex Zamora, man, thank you for stopping on by, man. Gabriel, what's going on? Representing Fresno, California, man. What's going on, sir? Hey, Hybrid says, bro, I eat tacos too. I got you. Yes. I appreciate that, man. Love the love. Okay, Ryan, you're talking about the LRH 285 chassis. is what you're talking about. That's not the RTR. An RTR would be, an actual fully assembled car with the body, is the way I was thinking. So I do apologize. I will find out on the LRH 285 with the black chassis, not the chrome one. I'll find out if that's going to be coming back in stock anytime soon. And we'll go from there. If you didn't know, the story behind the LRH 285 chassis being sold in general was due to the initial drop of the 64. When we had another shipment come in, we found some issues with the body, so we took the bodies off. And we had an inventory of these chassis laying around, so we decided to offer them and start selling them, while supplies lasted. They become pretty popular because a lot of folks buy them and build different bodies and paint them up, moving forward to kind of swap them like you do your shoes, right? Have a lid for every opportunity or different shows. So you're not just stuck with just one body. So I'll definitely find out, Ryan. I'll try and get you some answers on that for next week's show. And hopefully we can get that answered for you. So thank you so much for that question. Brad Waldrop just got mine. He's got a Monty. I love it. I love it. Let's see. Chris Hartman, what's going on, man? Thank you for stopping by, bro, man. Appreciate you. Chuy Flores, will the Chrome Daytons be available soon? My 59 sitting on stocks. I'll find out on that as well. I don't have any updates on the wheels at this moment. For some reason, the last shipment we got just sold out like that. I've never seen a set of something like that sell so quickly. But I know that we've been diligently working with the factories on those, so I'll definitely get an update for you, unless my moderator has an update that I may not have. So we'll get some answers for you here, hopefully within the next week, so that I can give you guys a little bit more of an update on next week's show. Hey, Chris, I appreciate that, man. It's awesome when you get some kind words. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, at home, I'm a mess, right? But here, I'm a great guy. So all the cool things you say to me, all the nice things you say about me, listen, I just go home and tell them, yeah, well, Chris Hartman says I'm cool. So I don't care if I didn't make the bed today. Chris said I'm cool. Just saying. So I appreciate that, Chris. Thank you so much for the kind words. And you're right, man. Someone said portion control is a big thing. I agree with you. I struggle with that for my whole life. I've been this figure embodiment of a big guy, and I'm kind of afraid to lose more weight because I'm afraid if I lose more weight, I'm not going to be this chubby, funny guy. I'm going to lose my pop, my pizzazz. It's my spirit figures, Oh, man. Gangsta Lane, what's going on? What's up with the box Chevy, man? So the box Chevy, if you did not know about what was going on with that, we actually, when we were building the body, we found some flaws with the body that we didn't like. There were some mold lines due to the length of the body and the squareness of it. There were some mold lines that we didn't like. So we actually started it from scratch a few months ago. At this time, I was told we should hopefully see it later in the year, but still within the calendar 2023 year. So unfortunately, we are looking at towards later in the year, but please, don't go too far on that. Let's see. Matt Whitworth, got to buy clothes. No money for RCs, right? I'm on that same boat right now, man. K. Dre Chop says, will anyone start making the light buckets for the Monte Carlo? I need a new set. Separately from what comes in the body, I'm assuming, right? Because I don't believe we sell those in the tree by itself. K. Dre, I'm going to put a note in that and see if that's something that we can offer. I know there's a few molded parts when it comes to plastic that when they're part of a bigger tree, it's kind of hard to just make just that one piece when the mold is created, right? But if there's enough need for it, we can always let the powers that be know, and hopefully that's something that can come to fruition in the future. So thank you for that question as well. Munchie, I agree with you, man. More stuff for the Monte Carlo would be cool to see. I agree 100%. I believe the Monte Carlo scene has done very well, and man, you guys need some love. So I get that. She's like 7 red cats here and counting, but I'm broke. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm here and I'm broke. Right? I get it, man. I love it, man. Appreciate the support. Matthew Holt, yes, he wants to know any news on the Machete. So yes, guys. Kind of a great time to segue into that here. Let me just double check a few more questions really quick, Matthew, and I'm going to come right back to it. I got some things right here that I'm going to share with you guys on all of the Machete stuff that you guys need to know. Tony Gutierrez, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for stopping by. Chance Hibbs, you guys are awesome. After offering refunds for defective car, y'all are what I call honest. It's hard to find that anymore. By the way, I love my Earthquake 3.5. We appreciate you, man. It's those comments that really, when we're dealing with any kind of animosity or any kind of a challenge when creating a new product and something doesn't go the way we'd like to see it go, we definitely, from the top to the bottom, we've always been the kind of company that transparency is kind of key for us. And if there's something that we mess up on, we don't want to just sell them to sell them. We want to make it right. And you guys saw a lot of that with the Machete, which was the most recent thing that we had issues with. So, keep that in mind. Let me see, delegations. Oh, guys, yeah, really, really quick, too, before we change lanes into the Machete, don't forget April 1st, which is this coming Saturday, you got the second annual RC show and hop, which is going to be happening at Southgate Park, and I believe that's going to be Los Angeles, guys. Can you guys tell me a city just so that I can name it if there's someone in here in the chat knows, just so I can make sure everyone has that information. But yeah, great car hop and car show. If you don't know Delegations RC, those guys have been great. They've worked together to promote other events in the past. They worked with the RC Block Boys for the Culture of the Low and Slow, which was held at the Pomona Fairplex last year. This is their second annual event. They always come out swinging. They have a great time. Really well organized. You got Martin Lara. You got Joel Esparza, and you got a couple of the other guys that I'm drawing blanks on names, but I'm telling you, the whole crew is awesome. Definitely worth checking out. If you want something to do this Saturday, make sure you check this out and attend. It'll be a great time. Prices for that, I believe it's going to be $10 per car. And I believe if you bring 5 cars, your 5th one is free, right? So thank you for that, Tony. Thank you for that reminder. Christopher Shedd, hey, I love this hat too. Now, what you don't know is this Jerry's hat's autographed. Hey. Let's see. She's like, I'm watching you at Hobby Lobby shopping. That's awesome. Joshua Garcia, wish y'all come out with the 54 Bel Air. Man, it's a great body. Definitely would look great. So thank you for that recommendation. We appreciate that. Tony, are you going to the Vegas show? The RC Lowrider show in Vegas? Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about the Las Vegas Lowrider Super Show? 2 different events. I'll be happy to dissect that. Let's see. Let me just double check. There is another event, I believe, happening in Denver, it looks like. Is that what it is? Gabriel says, any chance that Redcat can make an RC Harley Davidson chopper with some spoke rims? That would be dope. I don't know how engineering would do that. I love it. I love the idea. I mean, I'm a big motorcycle fan, so especially Harley, so I like it. Nonsense DJ, this sale for the lowriders is going to continue on going into next month at this time. We're not pulling the plug on that. Things are going well, so we're just going to leave it alone. Let's see. Okay. April 22nd show. Okay, so you're talking about the RC Lowrider show. I'm actually going to be at that show. It's actually King of the Streets. King of the Streets is held by RC Drag Talk, Tyler and Ashley Zavadil. Awesome, amazing folks. I've been going to this event for many years already. Never competed, but I've always gone and take pictures as well as podcasts while out there with the RC Hangout. Great event. It's a big drag race. The first time I was there, the cash pot was over $25,000. Second year that I went there, I believe it was in the $20,000 range for an RC drag race. This year, they actually adapted and are bringing in an RC Lowrider show, which is going to be hosted by Sid, the RC guy from RC Basement out of Colorado. He's going to make a trip all the way to Las Vegas to host this section of the event. There's also going to be Super G hosting a full-on drag competition, and I believe it's a $32 or $3,500 guaranteed cash pot for that drift comp that's going to go on simultaneously that same weekend in the same vicinity on the same parking lot as the drag race is going on. They usually have food trucks. You have Mod 1 out there streaming the entire event for everyone to see. It's a big, big event. You got guys from all over the U.S., including Hawaii, coming out to compete to see who truly is the king of the streets. So yes, I will be there. I should be there. And y'all should come out and hang out with us. So, all right, guys, let's speed it on forward really quick. So I know I kept a lot of the Machete guys waiting. So let's get some information for you guys. We can officially say that all of the parts have officially arrived for the Machete, right? The upgraded parts. The upper control arms for the front and the rear are now in our possession. They have now been bagged and tagged, and you're going to be getting a piece of paper that comes with the bag associated. And there's going to be two types of people that are going to get this. There's going to be the people that get it that are the 6S Machete owners. If you purchase one from us or from your local hobby shop, we're going to be sending out this bag right here for the 6S. Inside the bag, you're going to have two rear control arms that have now been updated with restructurizing the weak points that we found early on with the help of some awesome RC reviewers out there that have been just so kind and generous to record it, right? It also helps our channel too. So, I mean, it's a win-win for everyone when they break something or they don't, right? But regardless, they saw it and we were watching, and we went back to the drawing board and found some issues that we've addressed. There's a website out there, a webpage on our website that describes exactly what was done as far as the re-engineering behind these. The grub screw, in essence, was going in between the actual control arm. And what we found is in the factory, they weren't centering it. And what was happening is because they weren't centering it, it would leave a section of the back or the front exposed. So when you get that impact, it would snap it right off. So now we've actually protruded that grub screw, or not grub, sorry, I keep saying grub, but it's an all thread piece in essence. And it's going to go all the way from side to side a lot deeper to give it more strength. I don't believe we're going to see a lot of breakage with them moving forward. I can suggest with a super hard impact, the inside might bend in that sense, but it's a lot better than the breakage, in my opinion. So you're going to get the rear upper arms. You're going to get a set of front upper arms. A couple of the people that were getting the vehicles in shipment, we found that had some issues with the lower cups for the shock mounts. And the issue with that was in the factory, they were inputting the shafts on there and they were stripping them out. So we're going to go ahead and include these anyways. Now, you can choose to put these on at the moment that you guys get them, or you can wait until the other ones break and you have backups ready to go. Shock cups may not need to be replaced unless you get a product that has a shaft that's been pulled out. You now have some of these as well. One of the things that we did do on top of that was we noticed there was one case out of all of the vehicles that we had out that had some issues with the actual drive lines slightly twisting. The fix for that we were going to do was minimize the actual hole that goes inside the actual shaft itself from a specific size to a slightly smaller size to make it stronger. What we actually found is we found a lot more tensile strength by leaving it solid instead of keeping the hole going through it. So now you guys can see it is a solid piece. It's not drilled. It's not hollow like it was before. These are going to be a little bit more of a pain to get to. So these don't necessarily need to be installed from the moment you get the product, but they're there in case you twist one and or maybe want to pump up your power outer. Maybe you want to go up in motor size, or those guys that want to do speed runs. At least these now exist, and I hope that these can withstand to the kind of abuse that you guys are going to go put them through in the future, right? All right. So that is what the 6S guys are going to get. All of these things, right? As a reminder, upper arms for the front and rear, shock rod ends, and the center drive shaft. If you purchased a 4S, you're also going to get all of these things that I just mentioned, as well as the 4S cable adapter. Now, the 4S cable adapter, the reason for this was we found that the 6S, we included this in every single one. This was also supposed to be included in the 4Ss, and we found that they, for some reason, the factory did not include them in the package. So we're going to make it right, make sure everyone gets one of these as well. What this does is this allows you to then use 2 batteries to power your ESC. So you have, you can run your 2 batteries, and then this plug will go to the ESC itself. If you're going to run one 4S pack, then you don't need the Y. You can plug right into the XT90 that is attached to your ESC. If you are going to run 2 2S packs, then that's when this bad boy is going to come in handy for you. So these products or these updated parts should start shipping out as early as tomorrow afternoon and all Friday. If you bought your vehicle from a hobby shop, we're going to be sending them to that hobby shop. If they bought 10, they're going to have them there for you guys. If you bought them directly from us, we're going to go ahead and ship them out directly to you based off of the address that was used when you guys ordered them. If for some reason, let's say that you were in passing, you're from California, and let's say you were in Texas that week and you bought it from a hobby shop in Texas, but I'm saying because you were there, but then you drove home where it's California, so the address, you're not going to be able to just go down to the hobby shop. Please reach out to our support team at support@redcatracing.com so they can look into an avenue to help you out. By all means, guys, we hope that the way we've handled and are going to handle the machete problem that we've experienced is one that was done with great poise and respect for you, our clients. We are nothing without our customers, right? You guys make us. We love making products for you guys. We love listening to you guys. But the reality is that sometimes mistakes happen. And when we were able to catch this early on, the entire team, from the owner to the engineering team to myself in marketing, we all came together. We all tried to solve this as quickly as can be so that we could get this vehicle back up and up for sale. We're going to get these products out to these people that already bought them, and shortly after, we should have the machete back online and up for sale. I hope to see that happening hopefully as early as next week, if not the week after, to see the machete start to hit the shelves again in the future. So, guys, just a reminder again, if you own a Machete 4S, you're going to be getting the upper control arms for the front and rear, the new updated drive shafts, and your shock rod ends with your Y. If you bought a 6S, you're going to get everything I just mentioned, but no Y, because the 6S already came with the Y tab or the Y cable. Let me double check some questions here really quick, guys. Make sure I didn't miss anyone. I know I kind of got going there. Ian Enfren, you guys need a UK dealer. I agree, man. You want to be one? Please. But I agree with you 100%, man. There needs to be some help across seas to get our products out to you guys. That's actually one of the biggest things that I see commented on a lot of our posts. There's a lot of guys across the pond that want our products and just have no distributor to get them from, and the shipping from US to there is just insanely astronomical. So I thank you for that comment. Cool Cats, his vote is going to be the mint blue 59. I appreciate that. Daniel LeBeouf, man, thank you for stopping on by. Roadside RC, thank you for that. He actually mentioned here, he says he has a video coming out soon on how to swap the center drive shaft and the updated parts and the arms as well. So there should be a video out for that. I'll check with our team and see if we're going to do an official video of how to swap them. They're pretty self-explanatory. I do believe it's two, probably like M3s, maybe bigger. Screws, hex screws that are in there to remove them and then swap out. So shouldn't be too big of a deal, thankfully. Dayton Knack, man, thank you for stopping by, bro. All right. So, Alex Amora, man, dude, you should definitely race at King of the Streets. It's going to be my first year racing this year. Again, I've always been a spectator, and we've carried on like a 6-hour podcast while we're there with the RC Hangout. If you want to check out our old podcasts from previous events, check out the RC Hangout on, I believe we're on Spotify and Anchor as well. We cover those events quite a bit, and it's been really fun to do so over the last couple of years. But this year, your boy's going to compete, and I'm going to go out there and also shoot pictures and get some footage and some B-rolls. So I look forward to this great event every year. Everyone there is amazing. Listen, people are racing for a lot of money at these events, and you would think that because we're raising for a lot of money, people can get really uptight. And yes, that's the case, but there's also a huge sense of camaraderie at this event, one that I really greatly appreciate and proud to see it grow. So I hope it goes well for them like every year previously, and I look forward to this year and hopefully maybe future years to come as well. RC Sports, Suriname, RC Sport. Hello. Hey, how are you? Thank you so much for stopping by. Let me see. Bobzilla 9P0, appreciate that. This kind of service is why I own 11 of your vehicles. The one time I had an issue with you guys, you were on top of it. Thank you for the great RCs and service. Thank you so much for allowing us the opportunity to have your business to do so. That means the world to us, really. Thank you for that. Jeremy Kilborn, man, I wish I can make Beat the Creek. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. They have me set up for 2 shows in May, and I don't believe they're going to. I think one of them happens to be on that weekend. So I don't believe I'll be able to make it out, unfortunately. Let's see. Corey Hayes, our Lowrider body is coming. So I don't have any updates on the bodies that we're working on right now, right? Which we know is the Caprice Classic and the Buick Riviera. I'm told that we should see them, by summertime, especially at least the Riviera. I hope that's still the case. It's spring now, so summer's right around the corner. But we'll definitely keep you guys up to date as those things come up. So again, guys, quick recap of what we went over here on today's show. If you still have not taken a guess at which RC Lowrider is going to be the best seller for the month of March, you still have 2 days to enter in your choice of what that is. The link to do so is in the description of this video. So after the show, make sure you click on over, enter in your information, take your guess, and who knows, you might be the lucky winner. For those of you that own machetes, whether it's a 6S or a 4S, parts are here. We're going to start shipping them out tomorrow and Friday. We should have everything leaving our warehouse as early as Friday to all of the people to make you guys whole again. And as I mentioned, whether you own a 6S or a 4S, you're going to be getting the new control arms for the front and the rear. You're going to be getting the shock rod ends as well, and then the updated shafts. In the big email that we sent and the post that we did has mentioned the shafts came with a hole inside of them. And we were going to minimize the diameter of that hole to help strengthen it. What we decided to do after doing some tests is that we found that leaving it as a solid piece was a lot stronger than having that hole inside of it. So it is now going to be one solid piece on both of these shaft pieces. So whether you're a 6S or 4S, you're going to get all of those things. Now, specifically if you own a 4S, you didn't get this, and you're going to get it in the mail as well, which is the Y that with the XT90s that would allow you to run pretty much like a saddle pack system of batteries in your car, right? Whether you want to run two 2S batteries for a total output of 4S, this would happen to work for you. If you have a 4S battery, you just disconnect this and plug right into the ESC directly. So there it is, guys. I hope that kind of brings you guys up to date on what we have latest and greatest this week. Next week, we're going to work on some other things that I'm curiously working on. I'm working on some projects as well, going into as late as May. So um, keep stay close. Make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can see when we have these videos come up every week. Redcat Live goes on air at 3:30 p.m. every Wednesday, and that's 3:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So depending on your time zone, make sure you guys are kind of just adapting thereof. You can always find this stream afterwards live or afterwards recorded on Facebook on our main page, and it's also in the library on our YouTube page. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so very much for all of the support. That's episode 92. I need to start thinking of some good ideas for episode 100. It's got to be a blast because that means we're only 8 episodes away. So, man, let's see if you guys have any ideas for something you want to see for episode 100. Drop it. I want to know what you guys have in mind. Can't say I'll do it, but if it's doable, who knows? It might just happen. So, with that said, guys, you guys stay blessed. Have a great rest of your week. We'll see you guys next week here. Same time, same channel, same ugly face, maybe a taco or two. Peace.